Then you have to confront basic laws of physics. Then you start doing the calculation. How long a ramp do I need with a 10-degree slope to get to 350 feet?
Throughout history, humanity has cherished the legendary relics of our ancient ancestors, and one such revered artifact is the Ark of the Covenant. Despite centuries of searching, this sacred relic remained elusive until a distinguished writer unveiled a potential discovery that could rewrite history. Join us on a captivating journey through the past, where we explore the mystery of the Ark. The Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, also known as the Ark of the Testimony or the Ark of God, stands as an artifact of profound significance to the Israelites. This sacred object, as described in historical accounts, is a wooden chest overlaid with pure gold. Its elaborate lid, referred to as the mercy seat, serves as a focal point for the faithful. Within this hallowed container are the 2 stone tablets bearing the 10 Commandments, as detailed in the book of Exodus. According to the New Testament's book of Hebrews, the Ark also housed Aaron's rod and a pot of manna. The account in the Bible reveals that Moses, under divine guidance, constructed the Ark while the Israelites encamped at the base of Mount Sinai. The Levites carried this gold acacia chest, spanning around 2,000 cubits to the people. Legend has it that God spoke to Moses from between 2 cherubs on the Ark's cover. The construction story. The book of Exodus illuminates the divine instructions given to Moses during his 40-day sojourn on Mount Sinai, detailing the pattern for the tabernacle and the Ark's construction. The Ark was to be crafted from acacia wood and contain the stone tablets of the law. Betzalel, under Moses' guidance, and a holy artisan known as Aholiab executed the construction, adhering to explicit instructions from the sacred text. Measurements and materials. The Ark was designed to be 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. It was entirely overlaid with gold, adorned with a crown or gold molding encircling it. 4 golden rings were affixed at the corners, through which wooden staves overlaid with gold were inserted for carrying the Ark. These staves were never to be removed. The golden lid, or caparetta, featured 2 golden cherubim and was positioned above the Ark. While the exact thickness and details of the cherubim are not specified, the cover was to be beaten over the Ark's end, creating the space where God would appear once construction was completed. Instructions by the Holy Book. The sacred text decreed that the Ark be concealed under a veil following its construction. Throughout the Israelites' 40 years of desert wanderings, they carried it. When they established camp, the Ark was placed in a dedicated chamber inside the sacred tent known as the tabernacle. Miraculous events. Upon their arrival at the banks of the River Jordan under the leadership of Joshua, the Ark took a central role, preceding the people and signaling their advance. As the priests bearing the Ark touched the water, the river miraculously dried up, enabling the Israelites to pass. To commemorate this extraordinary event, they collected 12 stones from the river's location where the priests had stood. The Ark's journey. In the years that followed, the Ark found its way to various locations. Initially, it resided in Bethel, cared for by the priest Pinhas, Aaron's grandson. Later, it was stationed in Shiloh, a religious center around 16 kilometers north of Bethel. During the time of the prophet Samuel's apprenticeship, when the Israelites were defeated by the Philistines, the Ark was captured by the Philistines along with Hophni and Pinhas. The Philistines transported the Ark to various places in their territory, but misfortune befell them wherever they took it. Eventually, the Ark was returned to the Israelites, the Ark's presence with King David. The Ark accompanied King David when he fled from Jerusalem during Absalom's conspiracy. However, David later ordered Zadok the priest to return it to Jerusalem. Archaeological evidence indicates significant cultic activity in Kiriath Jearim during the 8th and 7th centuries BCE, well after the Ark was supposedly moved to Jerusalem. Notably, a large elevated podium associated with the northern kingdom, possibly a shrine, was discovered. Scholars propose that the Ark narrative was crafted independently around the 8th century and later incorporated into the main biblical narrative just prior to the Babylonian exile. Contents of the Ark. Thomas Roma suggests that the Ark may have originally contained sacred stones, akin to those found in the chests of pre-Islamic Bedouins. These stones could have represented a statue of Yahweh, or perhaps sculptures depicting Yahweh and the companion goddess Ashura. Conversely, Scott Nogal argues that the parallels between the Ark and Bedouin practices remain unconvincing, citing differences in structure, function, and mode of transportation. Nogal notes that ancient Egyptians were known for placing written covenants beneath the feet of statues, echoing the placement of covenantal tablets inside the Ark. Graham Bruce's claims about possession and discovery. Since the Ark's disappearance from the biblical narrative, numerous claims regarding its possession and discovery have emerged. Historians, scholars, and archaeologists have proposed various theories about its potential location. One of the most renowned theories was presented by the distinguished British writer Graham Bruce Hancock. Hancock, known for promoting pseudoscientific theories involving ancient civilizations and lost lands, has speculated that an Ice Age civilization was catastrophically destroyed. Survivors passed their knowledge to hunter-gatherers, who subsequently gave rise to the earliest known civilizations, including ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Mesoamerica. Hancock, after extensive research in Africa for The Economist, asserted that he may have discovered the Ark of the Covenant's exact location. In his famous book, The Sign and Seal, The Quest for the Lost Ark of the Covenant, Hancock documents that during Manasseh's reign, the Ark was removed from Solomon's temple. Allegedly, it was transported to Elephantine Island along the Nile and eventually placed in the Church of St. Mary's Zion in the small town of Aksum, Ethiopia. Hancock contends that the Ark still exists in that location. The Elephantine Papyri, Analysis and Correlation. Betzalel Powhatan sought to establish a correlation between Hancock's findings and archaeological evidence of a temple on Elephantine Island. This Jewish temple is believed to have stood on the island's southern tip between the 6th and 5th centuries BCE, possibly constructed to house the Ark. The discovery of the Elephantine Papyri, initially found by Charles Edwin Wilbur, a New York journalist in 1893, provides crucial evidence. These documents lay dormant in a warehouse for half a century before reaching the Egyptian department of the Brooklyn Museum, likely after scholars realized Wilbur's acquisition. Hancock argues that these papyri are primary evidence that the Ark had a significant presence on Elephantine Island. Research and reconstruction of the temple reveal that it was oriented towards Jerusalem and shared the same dimensions as Solomon's temple. Hancock's theory posits that the Ark first arrived in Egypt on Elephantine Island, later making its way to Ethiopia in the 5th century BCE. Hancock's theory regarding the Ark's presence at the Temple of Elephantine has faced scrutiny and critique from scholars. Nevertheless, he steadfastly maintains that the Ark is in Ethiopia, diverging from the widely accepted belief that it rests beneath the Temple Mount in Israel. Notably, Templars were believed to have located the Ark in Ethiopia, but were unable to return it to Jerusalem. Ethiopian Jews, however, dispute Hancock's theory regarding the Ark's arrival, insisting that it came to their land during King Solomon's reign, rather than during King Manasseh's crisis, as Hancock proposes. Archaeologist John Holliday from the University of Toronto has dismissed Hancock's theory as unfounded, while Edward Ullendorf, a former professor of Ethiopian studies at the University of London, has expressed skepticism about Hancock's claims. Ethiopian Jews' claims. Despite the conflicting theories about the Ark's arrival in Ethiopia, local Jewish accounts assert its presence in the Church of Mary Zion in the small town of Aksum. According to legend, the Ark is safeguarded by a devoted monk. Ethiopian Jews hold that no church is suitable for worship without a replica of the Ark, and no service is considered sacred without its presence. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church also confirms the Ark's existence in Aksum, where it is securely kept in a treasury near the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion. Replicas of the tablets within the Ark, known as talbots, are also preserved in every Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. In June 2009, the Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, Abune Paulos, announced his intention to unveil the Ark of the Covenant to the world. However, he later reversed this decision, stating that the Ark would remain safely preserved in the Aksum Church. That's all for today's video. We've explored the fascinating history and theories surrounding the Ark of the Covenant. What are your thoughts on this intriguing tale? Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching.